Okay, in today's video, we are going to be reading summary books to get into the summer mood. And I've actually done this video 2 times now, or no, wait, this is my 3rd time doing it. So I did it 1 year, I think 2023, and then 2024, so now doing it in 2025. And basically I'm reading summary books to get into the mood of summer. So I'll have all those videos linked in the description below if you want to go watch those videos if you haven't already. And they're really fun because, you know, you get to see me read. I think the first one though is a spoiler, so just letting you know, like, that one's a spoiler. So if you haven't read those books, then and you don't want them to be spoiled for you, like, that's just a spoiler, so I just want to let you know. But yeah, so into this video, we're gonna be starting off with, I already took off the cover because I've read a couple, like a little bit of it, like I've only read a couple pages of it, but I'm reading Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, and this is gonna be my first ever book by Abby Jimenez, and I'm so excited to get to read an Abby Jimenez book. I've wanted to for a while, so I mean, I'm really excited this is like the first one that I get to read by her. And look at this one. So this one's a Barnes & Noble exclusive. Look at the inside, and when I'm done, or like later on, I will show you the actual like cover, but it is so pretty, the cover, and look at this. So this is the first book we're starting off with. So far, basically, I'm on page 18, and basically it's about this guy who's a doctor, or he's a veterinarian for he's a veterinarian. We all know what they are for. I don't know, like, they're a doctor for animals. I don't know why I'm like explaining that further. But anyway, so his name is Dr. Rush. I forget his first name. And then we have Samantha. So she goes in, brings in a cat, and basically they kind of like each other. I don't know, it was kind of weird and abrupt from what just happens. If you've read it, you know that something just really abruptly happened, and it was kind of like okay. So anyway, we're gonna be reading this. We're gonna continue on reading this, and then I'll give you guys updated a little longer. So I'm reading, and with this book, there's something about the fact, okay, there's a lot of people who hate and just don't like when books talk about like social media, TikTok, like stuff that goes on in the real world. I, however, like, that doesn't bug me, but for some reason when books talk about other books, it just like I don't know if I'd like that. But anyway, this book is talking a lot about ACOTAR, and I've only read the first book in ACOTAR, and I don't really remember it, but they're talking about Ryzan. So and it's basically how the main character really looks like Ryzan. I don't know, like, it's bugging me because of how much it's being brought up. Like, I think that's kind of what it is. It's like in every single chapter and every single page, it's like someone has to say that, oh, this is like Ryzan, this is like he's from ACOTAR, what have you. I don't know why. But then I'm also reading, and the guy who's named Xavier, he is like me in a way of, they described his personality, and this is kind of like me, where I'm tall and I don't smile, and you're intimidating. To where, here's the thing, I don't smile, okay? I don't. I just think it's weird. I don't know. I just think it's weird, like, smiling when people like smile all the time. It's like, so yeah, I don't know. But you know, I also have a really mean face, if you know what I'm talking about, you know. But it's just like it was there, and it's always this kind of like describes who I am. So it's be yourself. If you've gone, if you're gonna get this far, you probably got an idea of how you already are, and you're not scary when someone gets to know you. I'm serious. You're not. You're not charismatic. You're not or charming or extroverted or fun. No. Let me finish. Sorry. You're other things. You're dependable and loyal. You're stable and hardworking and kind. You always do the right thing. That's the stuff that matters. Like, seriously, that literally is describing kind of who I am. So I don't know if I'm liking this, the fact that the guy, the male main character is like me, the personality is like me, because it's seriously, I don't smile. I think I do, but I don't. And I kind of, people will say that they thought that I was mean before they get to know me. I'm like, I'm not mean. I was just, okay. So, anyway, I'm gonna continue on reading though. Alright, so I was reading a little bit of this book, and basically this kind of describes me. And so basically the quote says, also he's really tall and he frowns a lot. Not sure anyone would mess with him. Which, I don't know why it made me think of this. So, I don't know if I ever told the story, because I did film this particular Comic-Con. And I'll link the one in the description below. And I think this was the one where I met Georgie for the first time. Because I actually did meet Georgie again. Chester Scott. So, so I was at this booth. I forget what booth it was, but I was asking, like, I was gonna ask him for the, I was gonna ask like the dealer, or yeah, it's a dealer, right? I was gonna ask the guy behind the thing I was gonna ask the dealer what the, I'm like, it sounds like I was gambling. It's called a dealer, right? I have to ask my dad. Anyway, but I was going to ask the guy how much something was, and he was waiting and he was talking to guys, so I was like waiting, being patient, you know. And he was like, the girl, because he's explaining to me, he's like, she looked like she was about to yell at me, and I was like, I was about to ask you how much this is. Like, I was being patient, I was like waiting, being, you know, like, yeah. I don't know if I really like the girl Samantha. Like, I feel bad for her, of course, like with her family and stuff. I don't know what's on the book. You know what, am I the only one also who does this, who goes into books without like reading the synopsis, like reading what's on it and just kind of like hoping that it's good? So I don't know like what's on the synopsis or what you heard, but I feel bad for like Samantha and her like family, but she is kind of an to Xavier and stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, the guy like asks you on a date and then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm moving. Okay, whatever. But that is where I'm at. It's an okay book. I feel bad. You hear more about the family, learn more about this, and like the fact that like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's a normal, I feel like this would be like a normal book. Like, this doesn't feel like the high, unrealistic love. I don't know. I mean, it's okay so far. I'm enjoying it. It is fast paced, and also the letters are really big. So. It's a little while later, and I am on almost 200 pages in this book. And I wish we got more of Xavier's POV and point of view, because we get a lot of Samantha's, but I wish we got more of his point of POV. So far, I am liking the book. It is, I think for me right now, it's like in that cute summery vibe. Also, am I the only one who like kind of is, this like situate, like their relationship is like real, not real, but like it seems like something that would happen in real life, not like something that would happen in a book or in like fictional world. Does that make sense? Because how they're getting together and how they're kind of like this kind of seems like how it would be in real life. and stuff like that. I do also have to say though, like, come on, can you just like please just long distance date? It's not, just please do it. You know you like each other, you know you can't live without each other, just long distance date. It's not like it's gonna hurt you. You can call each other, and Samantha, you can be with your mom, and Xavier can be in his practice. Like, it's not going to hurt you if you, I don't know, but that is where I'm at. And I know I'll probably continue on reading. I read a lot. Like, I flew through, like, right when it first like stopped, like I flew through this book. It is so good, and it is one of those books where you can pick it up and read it. And so far, Abby Jimenez, because it's like I said, this is my first book by her, and her writing, her everything, like her books, like I seem like I'll like her, and I would love to get more of her books and read more of hers. I think she would be she seems like one of those authors I like to read more of. But it is a really good book, and I'm so enjoying it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read some more, and I probably will either finish this probably tomorrow, maybe on Sunday, but I think tomorrow's when I'll finish this, so that'd be great. I like the fact that in this book you get more of them together, and basically, yes, they are long distance, but you get more of them together. Like, you know that they're apart, and you'll get a little bit of it, but you don't get a lot of it. And I don't know why, but I do like that. I don't know why. I think that's such a, I don't know why I like that aspect of it, but I do. Okay, I love jalapeno poppers, but I don't think cream cheese and peanut butter filling sounds really good. Like, I'll get the cream cheese, but I wouldn't put raisins, but I would put feta on the top though, because this is what she was making. She was making jalapeno poppers, and she put cream cheese, peanut butter filling, and then topped them with golden raisins and feta. I think the feta, and I wonder like how good the feta would be, especially like if you had it on top and if you cooked it. Like, I wonder how, just, that would be really good though. Like, I think that would be, ugh. The problem is, you know what I should do is I should get frozen jalapeno poppers and just get feta. Ooh, but I'll speak it with blue cheese. Ooh. We should put blue cheese in the middle. Oh my, nah. That'd be too much work. But, ooh, blue cheese. That sounds so good. Okay, we need to stop. So I just finished Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, and this book, I would definitely say in the beginning was like kind of being like around a 3-star range, and then it kind of started going up, because it's also like, for me, what it is it's not just like a normal romance book to where it's romance. I don't know how to explain it, but the books that how do I like explain this book? This felt like a real life, like what you'd really experience in a romance book. I think like what you'd really experience in like the real world, if that makes sense. This felt like a real life couple that were like trying to figure out life together, and you kind of also get to see life. I don't know, what I liked about this book from the other romance books I've read is you actually got to see what they went through, really, and the lives and the challenges and all that stuff, because you see that but you don't see that, and like in this one that you did definitely see that. So this was my very first book by Abby Jimenez, and it was a really good one because I gave it a 4.5 stars. It was really good. The ending was really good. I loved the entire book. Like, it was a very fast-paced book. You could literally, I flew through this book. And I definitely say I would definitely read more of Abby Jimenez books. I think Also, this cover, just look at how pretty this cover is. I really do like this cover because this was like what I was trying to tell you, but like look at the cover, like the back. Just I really love this, and I also like love the special edition and all that stuff. So I really did enjoy this, and I will definitely read way more of Abby Jimenez, like all of her books. I'll definitely read more of her books, and they really are. I do think, and I see the hype with Abby Jimenez and with the book. Alright, the next book we're going to be reading is This Summer Will Be Different by Carley Fortune. This one's really cool because this is my second Carley Fortune book. The first book I read by her was, I think, Every Summer After. Let me see. Yeah, Every Summer After I read that one. I still haven't gone Meet Me at the Lake, which was the other one. And then her new one is One Golden Summer, which I really want to get. But what I really like about this one is it's signed by her. So I was really excited that I got this one signed. And I'm just really excited to get and see like if her writing is different, because I've heard from, because that was the first book. Every Summer After is her first book, and then Meet Me by the Lake, and then we have this one, and then her new one. So basically, I wonder, like, because everyone's saying like her writing has definitely gotten better. It's definitely gone like more kind of, I don't know, it's gotten better. You know, she's got more experience, if that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense. But I cannot wait to read this, see, because I did like that book. I did think that other book was definitely a good book, and I gave it like a 3 stars. So we'll see what we like about this one, and this will be my second Carley Fortune book. And I really want to get a new one because the cover looks so pretty. Plus I also want to get Meet Me at the Lake and all that stuff. Like, I want to get more of her books, but we'll see. We'll read this one and then see how it goes. So I am actually on chapter 3 of, what's this book called? This Summer Will Be Different by Carley Fortune. And this book so far is okay. And so, okay, we know that in this book, she likes, the main character, Lucy, likes her best friend's brother. And she's not supposed to. But she also creepily really likes her best friend too. Like, it's kind of weird because how she like describes like meeting her. She's like, well, oh, like I fell in love with her. It's like so a little creepy. But anyway, I think it's okay. I think it's being good, and I don't know, I like it. I think it's so far so good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my like second, because this is basically how like I think the first one kind of like started off, to where I was like enjoying it and stuff like that. And I do see a little bit of difference with her writing style, but I don't see that much, because I don't know if I've mentioned this, but people say that as her like books go on, like her writing has gotten better, because people basically were saying how Every Summer After wasn't, like, it was good, but it wasn't great, and then like Meet Me at the Lake, and then basically this book and her next one that just came out like got better. I don't know, but I'm just maybe going off of what I think and I hope happens, or not that I hope, because I really did like Every Summer After, but I'm just like wondering if. Okay, also I like the fact that there's a lot of mentions of oysters, which I really want to try an oyster so bad. Like, I really want to try an oyster. Like, I don't know, like, does anyone, if anyone's trying an oyster, is it good or is it bad? Like, please, I really want to try an oyster so bad. Like, I really want to. Like, I don't know why I think it would be so good. I'm outside playing basketball, and yes, I'm listening to the audiobook of this book. Why does because I know the voice is clearly like AI, but why is that really like how I think Lucy is? And for some reason, listening to this book, Lucy sounds way more just, I don't know, like annoying than I thought that she did. Like, really, truly listening to the audiobook really does show how annoying Lucy does sound. Anyway, I'm outside playing basketball. So, anyways, I'm listening to the audiobook. So far, so good. It's just, I don't know. So far, I think I'm also enjoying a little bit more reading the audiobook, because reading the book, it's been a little bit like kind of hard to get into. So I think the audiobook is helping a lot, especially because like I can, you know, play basketball and practice basketball and stuff like that. So we love basketball. I just finished This Summer Will Be Different by Carley Fortune. I actually listened to the audiobook for the rest of this, and I think that was way better, because I feel like listening to, like, I think reading it was a little difficult for me, so audiobooking was kind of, listening to an audiobook was definitely helpful and definitely way better. I do have to say this one was a 3.5 stars, and I think Carley Fortune is going to be one of those authors that when I want a cute summery read, I will pick it up. I still really do like the writing, and I think the writing definitely has gone better, and I just think the book is really spectacular. I don't know. I thought the book was okay. I do have to say it was a little creepy to me how she talked about and always like kind of was like, oh, I fell like in love head over heels with my friends. Like, I thought that was a little bit weird of what Lucy did, and also kind of listening to audiobook kind of was like one of those things where it's like you kind of saw how annoying Lucy was, and Lucy kind of got a little bit annoying. So that's what I have to say. And then Felix in this, like, honestly, I feel like the breakup in the middle, or the third conflict, I think that was a little too stupid, and I just think it was, I definitely do say you could tell that it was there just to have a conflict, so I didn't think that that was really needed and truly needed. But anyway, this book was good, and I would give it a 3.5 stars. And now the last book in this video that we are going to read is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I actually read Icebreaker by Hannah Grace last year, and it was okay book. So this one I heard is a lot better and the majority of people's favorites, so I cannot wait to read it, and I just cannot wait to read it. Anyway, that is it for right now. Can someone explain to me why romance authors are now getting really kind of like, I don't know, especially in the men character, like they really are, like, I see myself in the guy. That just sounds so bad, but like, I mean, I would date this guy. I mean, number one, look at how cute he is, but I mean, I would date him, and also he's so kind of like relatable to me in a way where, I mean, here's the thing. Here's a quote. People mistake me by being quiet for being shy, but I'm not shy. I don't think even that quiet, but just looks that way because of how loud everyone else is. I prefer to sit and listen than to be the focus of everything. I'm much happier being an observer, watching from the outside. Like, that literally describes who I am. And like, I mean, I could not describe that any perfect for like how I am in big crowds. Like, that's so true though. And then here's the way. I appreciate it anyway, and for the first time in a long time I feel understood, which is a strange feeling to accept, since a lot of the time I don't understand myself. Like, dude, this, like, ugh. Like, that's again how I truly feel, and I think that would be such a great quote and what have you. I'm just really liking this book, and I'm enjoying this book, and I think this book is kind of like, even though I'm like on page 6, I don't know, I think I'm like, so far, even on page 6, I'm enjoying this a little bit more than Icebreaker. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see where this book takes us, and honestly, I think it's a cool concept having college people as camp counselors. Like, I didn't actually know that when you were in college you could be a camp counselor. Maybe that's just in the book and the world that she created, but honestly, I think that'd be great. So this is also, the series is called Maple Hills, and the first one is Icebreaker in this. Like I said, I read it, and then Daydream, which I really want to read Daydream, but I need to get that book, and I don't have it yet, so. So not only do I deeply relate to the guy, I also relate to the girl. I'm sorry. Yes, basketball players are really cute. And not only, why do we have the same type? Me and Aurora apparently have the same type with basketball. It's like, what? This book is getting too, like, I can relate to, and these people remind me of me a little too much. But it is true. But, I mean, there is something about basketball players that messes with my ability to exercise, which is also true. Like, of course. Okay, what I'm really liking about this book is the fact that Russ's dad has an addiction, but it's a different addiction than normally like the alcohol and the drinking. It's like gambling. I don't know why I like the difference in that, because it's kind of like, I don't know, I just like the difference in the gambling and the fact that the gambling kind of makes him into kind of like a drinker and all that stuff. I don't know why I like that aspect of it, and like the fact that I think I like the fact that it's a different thing that you're addicted to. But anyway, that's where I am. I'm actually reached a pretty good stand. I'm like a little bit like halfway through, I think. Well, I'm almost halfway through. But anyway, that is where we're at right now. And I'm liking the book. I do have to say, I wish it was like more of like every other chapter where we got like a different POV, and I don't know, but I do like the lovely, I don't know, I just like the aspect of it. It's a good book. I do have to say, this one is definitely better than Icebreaker, and I'm liking this one a lot better than Icebreaker, so that is really good. And I also love the camp setting, and I just think it's a really cool setting and stuff, because normally I read horror movies, so it's kind of, or like thriller stuff, so it's kind of nice reading something where it's like a romance and not like a killer or like a mystery or something where they have to like run away or you have to solve something that happened. I just really like that, and I like that as a thing. So I'm really enjoying this book, and this is getting more and more relatable. Russ is really relatable, and something he said in this I think will stick with me, to where you're the only one that knows you're not confident, and I hope that sticks with me, and I could just like, in any situation, I have that in my head. But then also, my parents are kind of, they're not even Disney adults, but what I'm saying is I just think it's funny how basically Disney has talked a lot about this, and I love Disney, and I know I'm going to be somewhat of a Disney adult. Like, I'll love other things, and that won't be like my full personality, but like, I'm going to love Disney, because I mean, who doesn't love Disney? And I just think it's interesting that in here it's like talking about Disney adults, and it would have you in the fact that like Aurora might be named after Princess Aurora, and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool. I don't know, and I think it's a really just neat little connection thingy. Majiggy. But anyway, I was going to say one interesting thing about Disney is that you can grow out of it, but you really can't grow out of it, especially like the Disneyland. Like no matter probably how old you go, even if it's for your first time, like even if you go for the first time when you're 25 or what have you, I think the magic is still there. Or maybe, I hope, maybe when I'm older, I really hope the magic is still there. But I just think it's really, I don't know, just this book is getting really relatable, and I've been relating to the characters a lot of the books that I've read recently, so I don't know if that's a good thing, but you know, yeah. Am I the only one who finds Jenna very, very annoying? Because she's very annoying. Okay, I don't know if I'm the only one, but does it bug you, not only just in books but in real life, when people say they don't want a birthday party, they don't want something, and people just ignore it and still give them a celebration and don't listen to them? Like, am I the only one that bugs? Because right now it's kind of bugging me, the fact that they did not listen to Russ, that he didn't want a birthday celebration. Like, seriously, he didn't want the party, he didn't want anything. Like, why can't you just listen? Like, are you just that proud that you can't listen to people? That's not, but are you just, ugh. Alright, I just finished with Wildfire by Hannah Grace, and I have to say, I really did enjoy this book. I enjoyed this book a lot better than Icebreaker, and I thought it was a really great story, and I really did like it. And I also like the fact that we got they're like 9 years later, they're just kind of like years later. I also did really relate to Russ, for some reason, not with his like issues with his family, but with like a lot of other stuff. And I just thought that was really cool. And I also loved a little bit of mention of basketball in here. And I also love the fact that we know he was a hockey player, but it didn't take full force into this, and it wasn't like something where it was like, oh, it was full hockey. I did like that. I do have to say, one thing I didn't like about this was the ending, not the ending, but the thing that kind of happened. One of the things that happened at the end, the little miscommunication thing or what have you, I think it was a little stupid. I just kind of can tell that it was in there just for that. But like I said, I really did enjoy this, and I'll give this a 3.5 stars. I think it was a good book, a good summer read, and this is going to be the last book in this video. So I am officially now in the summer mood. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys have a good night, good day, wherever you are, and good.